When Patrick Mahomes signed for $500 million, the sports world lost its mind. A top U.S. surgeon makes $1 million a year. Mahomes makes that in days. Even a top tech CEO making $15 million looks broke compared to an NFL quarterback. But here's the biggest secret in American sports. That $450 million, it's a lie. Unlike soccer or the NBA, NFL contracts are not fully guaranteed.
In the NFL, if you get badly injured or the team simply cuts you, that massive contract instantly disappears. The team owes you absolutely nothing. So how do players protect themselves? Let's break down exactly how they get paid. We need to look at 5 specific elements, and wait until you see the villain. The NFL has a strict salary cap. Teams can only spend a limited amount. Teams and agents manipulate these categories to make contracts look massive to the media. Point number 1, base salary. This is the simple money earned for actually playing. Players don't get a lump sum. They get 18 weekly game checks instead. Here is the trap. Agents push the biggest base salaries to the final years. Because those years aren't guaranteed, teams simply cut the player before payday arrives. To avoid these traps, players demand the holy grail, the signing bonus. Lamar Jackson demanded $72.5 million just for putting pen to paper. This money hits their bank account immediately, and it is 100% guaranteed. Why write a $72 million check on day 1? A trick called proration. The $72 million is magically divided over 5 years, shrinking the salary cap hit. Point 3. Roster and workout bonuses. This is how teams control players off-season. A roster bonus is paid if a player simply stays on the team by March. Then, workout bonuses. Teams pay hundreds of thousands just to make players hit the gym. Teams even force weird habits. The Cardinals famously gave Kyler Murray a homework clause. To get paid, he had to prove he spent 4 hours studying game film. Point 4. Performance incentives. Think of these as lucrative video game side quests for athletes. These are bonuses tied to specific targets. The most legendary example is Rob Gronkowski. In his final season, catching exactly 55 passes unlocked a $1 million bonus. In the final game, Gronk refused to leave the field. He needed one more catch. Tom Brady threw a quick pass, Gronk caught it, and instantly made $1 million. Now for the ultimate villain. Point 5, taxes. Why players don't keep their millions. Right off the top, the federal government takes a massive 37% bite. But it gets worse. Have you ever heard of the athlete's nightmare, the Jock Tax? When traveling for an away game, that specific state taxes their income for that day. For example, playing an away game in California adds an extra 13.3% tax. This is exactly why players are desperate to sign in Texas, Florida, or Nevada. These states have 0% income tax. Playing there legally saves you millions. So after tricky bonuses, agent fees, and brutal taxes, what do they actually keep? Let's do the math on Joe Burrow, making a record $55 million a year. First, the federal government steps in and takes roughly $20.3 million. Poof, gone. Next, state taxes and the notorious Jock Tax eat up another $2.5 million. Then, his sports agent takes a standard 3% cut, wiping out $1.6 million. After union dues, his massive $55 million salary leaves roughly $30 million. $30 million is still generational wealth. But remember, in the NFL, headlines are illusions. Want to see how NBA or UFC fighters make their money? Comment and subscribe.